I want to ask you, I want to push on that a little bit. So you're saying, so you like the fact that it's an experienced attorney, which I generally do as well. What's your, what can be frustrating with an inexperienced attorney? Because when you're dealing with someone inexperienced, is it the overvaluing or they because they want to fight everywhere? What is it that's a common, problem?
Those are both good examples, actually, that they overvalue their case or they undervalue yours. And you try to convince them of it, but they don't have that background to be able to know that. They don't respond necessarily, and if they do, you have to kind of sometimes it's not a proper response to things, and you kind of have to push them. And the more you have to get involved and try to educate someone else as to either value or what they should be doing or shouldn't be doing, or if you have to respond to nonsense that you get from them that really has nothing to do with anything, because a lot of times they'll serve discovery that has nothing to do with it. All of that is your time, and our time is all billed to our clients. So it makes the case more expensive, and needlessly so, because those are things that the other attorney probably shouldn't be doing.
So maybe I'm going to ask a little bit of an offshoot question. So what if you had an idea, like what do you wish that other attorneys would do that would reduce cost of litigation? Because you mentioned several times that litigation is expensive, and rightly so in certain instances. But is it in every case there has to be litigation has to be expensive?
No. And I think a lot of times there are discussions that attorneys can have between themselves as far as trying to understand what the key issues are, maybe understand what is going to be important for discovery, and maybe even to explore early opportunities to try and resolve a case. A lot of times that is challenging because the clients aren't in a mood, let's put it that way, to try and settle early on. They want to, they're not, a lot of times the plaintiff is coming to you, it's like, look, I tried to resolve it, I couldn't, I want to go to war with these people, or I hate this person, I hate my neighbor, I hate, probate cases is particularly sad because it's like, no, that's my sister and I've never gotten along with her, and now she's trying to steal the estate, and we've got to stop her, and she's the trustee, so you got to get her thrown out. No, I don't want to talk to her because it doesn't, I've tried to talk to her for 40 years. It doesn't do any good. Things like that. But the more you can narrow the issues and the quicker you can resolve something, that's a lot less you spend in attorney's fees. So it's important to have that outlook at the beginning, and to where you advise clients that litigation is not their lives. Litigation is something they are involved in, and obviously it's something very important. But in the long run, you need to make a decision that what's going to be best for you in the long run. And maybe that is spending a lot of money on an attorney and going forward with that, because that's the only way you'll get what you need. Or maybe in certain circumstances, it's not. Maybe it's getting an attorney in there who can kind of step in, be a little more detached, and deal with an opposing counsel or an opposing party in such a way as to bring about an earlier resolution, particularly if, the best resolution you're going to get is one you could get now, as opposed to getting it later after you've incurred tens of thousands of dollars in attorney fees.